Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 116 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. In the last part, well, we were sent on a quest to, to go recover an artifact of the slaying face. But let's continue talking to this guy here.
Welcome back. I hope I can be of service.
I want to know about the other artifacts.
You need only ask. I can point you in the right direction. But first I must ask, which of the faces of the hunt do you seek to appease?
Tell me more about the faces.
The faces represent the tripartite existence of Tuamawai, the Slayer God, the Seeker God, the Survivor God. Foreigners conflate them with the Changeling for good reason. He cannot be reduced to any single thing. The Stelgar embodies the Slayer aspect, the Seeker is represented by the Spider, and the Boar reflects Tuamawai's Survivor aspect. It is right and proper to respect all three, but all Crucible contenders must eventually make a choice and accept their true face.
Tell me a bit about the face that resembles the spider.
The Seeking face represents the mastery of the chase, the understanding that slaughter without gain or purpose is wasteful. It is the hunter that must think in seasons, not seconds. Young warriors think the spider odd. It sits still, it does not seek, is oft said. But the spider understands the art of the seeker so well that its prey comes to it.
Tell me about the face that resembles the Stelgar.
That is the slaying face. The aspect of Tuamawai fixated on the mastery of the life or death dance, where all things are decided. Deadly in a group or by itself. Hungry or sated, the Stelgar is possessed of uncanny focus and purpose. A wise hunter admires and fears the Stelgar in proper measure.
Tell me about the face that resembles the boar.
The boar is the surviving face, the aspect of Tuamawai that reminds us that victory without survival is almost always meaningless. While all manner of cowards excel at survival, the boar is both courageous and resilient, traits all hunters should aspire to.
So why can't a warrior embrace all three of the faces of the hunt?
In a lifetime of conflict, one can, should, and, with the onset of age, must. But, in the Crucible, one cannot advance without championing a single aspect.
Never mind that.
Have you made your decision, then?
Yeah, I'm fine with the slaying face. I have other questions. Do you have any items for sale?
Not many. But what I have is exclusively sold to the Crucible's contenders.
He smiles down at your token before his eyes return to you.
Please, spend lavishly.
With a flourish of one arm, he indicates the items on the shelves behind him. Contender's armor. And Contender's helm. Not bad, not bad. That we want. Great deflection. Not too bad, but I'm pretty sure everyone has that. Ogre's Might, we'll buy those as well. Greater health, not really useful. Girdle of Eoten Constitution, yep, that's... I'm not really interested in the armor. We'll just buy those for now. Oh yeah, we also got some level ups, didn't we? But first things first, I want to have a look at these. So, wait, did I lose my belt? Oh, for fuck's sake, did I not put the belt back on? Well, no wonder it didn't fucking get better. I didn't put it back on. Right, so this is a Grant Suppressing Affliction, so... give that to you. It doesn't really matter who that's on as long as I activate it. An extra deflection. That's I give myself plus accuracy. Actually, I'm going to give myself plus might. Who else could use accuracy? Oh yeah, yours is. You have a 97 accuracy. Let's make that let's make that an even 100. Some extra deflection. No, we're good, we're good. So that one we don't need. And the girdle, I'm going to keep that for myself because I'm pretty sure it's better than this. Yeah, it is. But this grants hold fast. Now, I'm still pretty sure I prefer that one, but...
And all our enemies felt
anyway,
a sudden chill.
Let's level ourselves up. So, let's give athletics and intimidate another go. One ability for one class. So... don't really use that ability, so I'm not going to pay attention to that. Plus 2 into defense concentration for 15 seconds. That's actually not bad. I'm going to go for that, because I'm trying to excel as a defender, so... we are the 18th level now, and Shoti, let's level you up. Religion and athletics, because right now we need more athletics for you guys. So... I'm pretty content with our abilities. I wanted to have more damagey stuff. So if that ability critically hits, really fun. Whereas this one, I like that one. That one just seems smart for me. Right, let's finish talking to you now.
Welcome. I hope I can be of service.
How'd you end up the Keeper of Memories?
Fred, I came before the faces not so many years ago now. Already long in tooth, and weighted with the histories of 100 kingdoms.
He chuckles.
I was a merchant first, but also a chanter of chants and stirrer of spirits. I thought myself worthy of the faces' favor. Perhaps I was. Or perhaps they merely saw some kindred spark within me, for they did not allow me to compete. Instead, they revealed me to myself. They taught me the way of things. They set me to this task, and I eagerly accepted.
He smiles, 2 fingertips resting gingerly on a wooden helm. How did you preserve memories from these items?
We first wash the items in the pool, and in doing so, give the memories to the souls of this place. Thus do their deeds live on beyond them. Most items carry little more than the strongest memories of their use.
He plucks dismissively at his tunic, as if to indicate its baseness.
A few, however, abundant with essence and charged with purpose, retain unusual attributes. These I care for, curate, and purvey to those worthy of their enchantments.
Alright, let's leave. Let's go to, well, we've got the Slayer aspect, so we're going to go get the Slayer artifact. Right, so whereabouts do we need to go? We need to go to west of the Crucible in the area of Kazu, right known as the Wakapo Lowed. Let's go get this camp up here first. Oh, apparently I can't go that way because I didn't exit the right way. The Binkawa Ravine. Thick, humid jungle gives way before you to empty air. A vast chasm divides you from further progress, descending to a churning white froth of water below. A bridge of wound rope across the gap. Planks of dark wood supported between the strands. Search for another route. You walk to the edge of the chasm in either direction, but find no manner of other crossing. The river seems to stretch down to the breach you landed at, separating you from the rest of the island. With time, it tells you a bridge could be reinforced with materials provided by the island, but that would require days of dangerous effort. Reinforce the bridge with magic then. Maya rests a hand upon the damp lawn. Moments later, vines sprout forth, wrapping around the rope and wood alike and spreading across the bridge until it looks like a natural part of the jungle. Examine the bridge. The thick rope has been well anchored, each line of wrapped tightly tied around one of a pair of heavy stones. The knots have long since crusted over solid. There's no untying them. The sun has bleached the wooden planks to a dull grey. Check the quality of the wood. The wood looks good for burning, but little else. It will not likely hold much weight. Yeah, we'll carefully cross the bridge. You step onto the reinforced bridge and it bears your weight with reassuring a bit of stability. You begin the crossing. The rope still secure beneath your hands and you move confidently across the structure. With a final step onto solid ground, you complete the crossing and find yourself among the thick foliage of the central island. There it is. Alright, let's get our fucking mission going. The forest thins into scattered glades along the western cliffs of Kazuari. Trees stand sentinel overlooking the sheer stone plunge into the Deadfire Sea. You turn north, only to enter a large open field ringed with woods and peppered with small clumps of dense forest. Clouds and insects hum over the rotting remains of discarded carcasses. The path before you looks roughly disturbed. Investigate the scene. Though it's difficult to discern from the chaotic wreck of dirt and grass, it seems like multiple sets of cliff tracks came from the direction you did and continued towards the coast to the northwest. Another set of tracks, these from some manner of clawed beast, come from inland and follow the same path as the cliff tracks. Examine the beast tracks. The tracks appear to have been left by a stelagar, a very large stelagar. The tracks overlap the cliff tracks, but are overlapping by them in turn. It seems the creature was stalking those who stalk it. Examine the cliff tracks. 4 different sets of tracks appear, including a set that look Orlan. The others are more difficult to narrow down to the specific type of cliff. The tracks seem pretty close together, as if those who left them were moving slowly and carefully. Follow the beast tracks back the direction they came from. It's slow going, but Maya manages to follow the faint trail through the dust and tall grass. The tracker leads you to the northeast along the tree line. Maya draws your attention to a pile of stelagar droppings just off the trail. We could mask our scent with this, less likely we'll end up getting ambushed by that beast that way. Whatever it takes us from being the creature's next meal, I'll do it. Actually, no, I think I'll rely on my skills to avoid being ambushed. My skills, you mean? Continue tracking the stelagar. You continue along the stelagar tracks. They're difficult to make sense of. The path seems to have seen the passage of multiple animals going in both directions. If you didn't know better, you'd think that meant it to be confusing. You hear a faint rustling in the tall grass nearby. It sounded too localized to be wild. I'm gonna sneak and move quietly, but not apparently. Near quietly enough. Just as you make it to the copse, a wall of muscle, fur, and fangs slams into you, knocking you to the ground and tearing into your side. It leaps away before you get the chance to gather your wits, leaving you behind the ragged wound along your ribs. You catch a glimpse of muscular furred forms moving between the trees. I'm going to confront whatever lurks in the glass openly. You stand your ground, steeling yourself whatever approaches. If that cunt wants to fucking gnaw into my fucking side, I'm going to kill it. I don't remember being a nice guy. Well, that's a fucking stelagar.
Another for the Queen.
Well, my health has been diminished, but...
The Queen away.
I'm going to do a strategy I'm surprised I don't do more often, to be honest.
Dead.
Just to be fair, it probably does suck quite a bit, but... Aloft pull the clock back. And do this. Right.
I'm here.
With that, we should at least have, well, should smack this
That was
little
about
one
as
down.
useful as a bump on a head.
Let's get started. I'm here.
Right. Let's use that on this savage tiger.
This is
Fuck
definitely
you, I want more armor. Holy shit, dear, what the fuck's happening to you, mate?
on your side.
Jesus fucking Christ. I gave you potions, drink one.
Here we go.
That's not very helpful.
No. Drink your potions, son. Why the fuck, when I tell you to drink potions, do you not just do as you're fucking told? Like, seriously, game. I'm trying to help you here, and you're fucking yourself, mate. Talk about playing yourself. Well, there's the large skeleton, Des.
Show me.
I was going to say no one got injured, but I got injured before the fight, so it don't count. Cinder shard. Oh, sweet. That's the actual artifact. As the bright glows approach, the rhythm of a heartbeat, not your own, thums in your head. The light coalesces into the muscular feature of a hulking Amua striding towards you.
Oh, God!
The spirit shrinks away from the glow with a terrified yell.
Water!
The soul roars as if in challenge. He points a thick gloved finger at you.
I wanted tougher, but you will suffice.
Come closer and say that again. The soul laughs scornfully, flaring bright violet.
The Crucible has caught us a feisty watcher. Good! What lies ahead is not for the meek. Return your trophy to the old man. There is much left ahead of you to hunt, and far more to kill.
The lines of his face lose what definition they possessed, blurring into a featureless mass until the entirety of his form evaporates into thin air.
Well, wasn't he fun?
He seems to want us to kill someone or something.
Do you think this is why Gallowayne didn't want you here? Maybe the Slayer wants you to kill the gods.
Any idea what that was?
Hard to say. He certainly wasn't nice, was he? Poor attitude aside, he knew of Ingari, and he knew what you're up to. You should be careful.
Let's go.
I wonder if we'll run into more like him if we continue with these trials.
Alright, let's get the loot and then we can go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we're actually going to have to end this part here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and the next part will continue on. See you guys then.